Now we will work on something called as regular expressions. What is a regular expression? First of all, you need to understand that whenever you want to work on something, let's say you have some text file, okay? Till now, you remember in your ordinary files also, you work on multiple things. Whenever you do a Control F, almost all editors will have Control F, means to find something. If you are writing something, it will take find for that text, right? So what is the purpose if I say AS? Did you see? You can see how many things are getting highlighted. Means those many are getting matched. So when you're searching, even in this also, what did you observe the options? Everywhere there will be case match. Means AS I am doing. If I say exact AS should be there. See, capital AS is there, small AS is there. Only small AS is matching, right? If I take the first option, means exact match. In the second option, if I take, so what I'm trying to say, hey, match whole word or no. And this third flag is there, so match anything after that. Means it's like a regular expression. So in a text also, you got three kinds of searches. One is like case sensitive or case insensitive. Is it like a whole word or not? The whole word should be like AS. Did I say AS? Second option, did you see? The moment I did, AS should be there exactly. So if I say AS, both the ASs were matched, right? But if I say case sensitive AS, did you see? So like that, different flags will be there. And the third flag is about regular expressions. So after AS, if I say star, and like if I remove these two, okay, you will observe difference. Till now, AS should be there. AS after that, if I say a dot, means after AS there should be one character. If I say two dots, two characters should be there. See, I did a case instance too, but even then AS after two dots. Did you observe? Each time making a dot, one character is getting added, right? There is a meaning for each of these dots plus, so star, everything has a meaning. So to understand this, we will work. What is the purpose of these regular expressions? For doing text search. Whenever you have a large text, to search that, it would be really helpful. So how to work with it? Let me show. So we can go with like multiple files and start working on it. For the first time, so we will work on something called as RE module. If I say RE, in Python, if you want to work on regular expressions, there is something called as RE module. And the regular expressions are generally of two types. Perl compatible regular expressions, and the other one is like, so GCP something. Mostly backend people will work with the Perl compatible regular expressions, and the front end will, means like JavaScript and others, work with the other side. So Perl compatible means Perl is a language which was first created, so which has like a lot of things in the regular expression space. So nowadays, if you see every language, JavaScript, Java or anything, backend languages were all Perl compatible regular expressions. First of all, we don't even know what is regular expression, right? Let's see. This RA module will help us. There could be like other third parties, but this is more famous. And if I say like, CLS and Python, so A so and so, you can see a list of attributes that it is supporting. You can see a lot of attributes are there. So we can see most of them one after the other. So how to search this? What is the purpose of it? So after you understood this one, let's take the first example. Say I have a target string. Python programming is good for health. But like, I want to search for something called as like this. That string means I want to search for Python. How can you search? There are two ways in which you can search, right? Generally, you can do a find, re.find, without even regular expressions, I'm saying. Without even regular expressions, there are till now two ways with what are the knowledge you have. You have a search string, From that, if you want to search from a search string, you can do like this. This search string we can do in the find target, and you can get it. So this find will give you, well, if it is present, it will give the position. If it is not present, it will give -1, right? That's what you know. Whereas in operation will give true or false. But these were the two things that you have till now. And both are case sensitive. At the same time, if you want to do the same search, we have one more thing called as regular expressions. Regular expressions, whenever you're searching, I told, right? Instead of just like a text search, we can do a lot of options. Like after 2 characters, there should be a number. After 2 numbers, there should be a character. Like that, you can give all kinds of complicated things. So when it can do that much complicated, it's a bare minimum it should also do, right? Yeah, let me try that. How we need to work is, which are the search string that we want to find. From that, we need to create a regular expression object. First thing, you see, I created an object. It is saying what? re.pattern. We created re.compile means it creates a pattern. So this compiled object is having Python, and we can search for it. Now, after doing this pattern, the second step is like we need to find the value. This object is there, right? Which is like a compilation of this search string. From that, if you do a dot match, so then if I say, you can understand it matched. What is saying? Yes. In the result, re.match is found. And where it is doing span means the value is present from 0th position till 6th position. Where in this target string, from 0th position till 6th position. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So till 6, but doesn't include 6. Till that position, it has present. And if you want individually, there are other options for you to understand. Like re.group, the result that you got, right? This result can be either a match or a not a match. If there is a match, you get all the values. If there is no match, you don't get anything. Let me repeat the same thing with a no match thing. Let's say this time, say another search string. Search string 2 is equal to, I want to find for like, Python. So Python means like, so, or like some other word I give. And if I want to find this, what is the process? Again, we need to do the compilation and getting these results. If I do again compilation and getting the results, you can notice that. So it got the pattern again. So this time, oh, I need to make the search string true, right? Yeah. If I do a search string true, now you can understand that. Did you see what is re.compile now? And what is the result? And as the result is not there, you don't get the values. Hey, if I'm asking again this time, what it says? You don't have these values. That's why you should be very, very careful whenever getting something. So what I can do, if result means if the result is not a none, then you want to do, right? You can say like is not none, like this. This is how you write in production code. Now you see what will happen. This will never execute further. If I change with something else, it will gonna execute. So this is how you understood how to search, text search. Sir, let me go for one more use case. For the same thing, if I want to do in a better way, so can I do in another case? Let me take the same example again. Say v underscore re.match dot py. So I will take the same example. Okay. This time I want to do. So I want to this time do a text search of another thing. So instead of a capital P, I want to do small p. So even small p, can I do that? So small p also it doesn't do. If I am asking small p, oh, I am executing the other program, right? CLS and Python, the second file I need to execute. Did you see it throw an error? So next thing. So now it throws an error here also. So what I can say, to better handle it, I can say that if there is a result, I want the result. If not, I want to give something else. So if there is a result only I want, if not. So don't you think this is the best way of doing? And instead of repeating the same process again, like this, instead of that, I can do a different search strings. For each of the search string I want to do. Maybe like instead of a Python, same Python is there. But the problem here is what? The case sensitivity. Case is not matching. Then like what we can do further? I can search for different things. So assume that I want to find for another string or whatever, you can do. And next thing, in this, let me go for one more use case. Say, in the same example, I want to take the same search string and the target string. And you have, in this case, what happened? You have big Python, so capital P Python, whereas you are checking for lower Python, right? Lower character. Then in that case, what we can do? There are two ways we can do. If you are in an ordinary search, what we will do? You will make both of them as the same case, or like make one of them the correspondingly, and you check it. So that is how you do. Either you check like this, or so the target string you cannot change. That's why you will make it as it is. Whereas this one you will make it like title case. Here also you will do like that, right? Instead of doing like this, you will make like a dot title and do the search like this, right? If it is an ordinary programming. Yeah, you see now? In ordinary programming, to facilitate this search, you are doing these modifications, either converting both of them to lowercase, or converting as per needed and doing it. In the same fashion, if you want to do like this, then what you do? So the best thing is like, instead of you doing like this, if I mark them as like a lower and you check, or like case insensitive, somehow you're making case insensitivity. So this is the best option, because I cannot know which is a title case or not title case. I cannot go every time, right? So making a case insensitive means thinking everything like one case. To facilitate that, whenever you are creating the compiled object, we need to do same like in the previous case. I will do the re.compile only, but this time I will add one more flag. These are called as flags. You remember here I told there were three flags, right? First one is case insensitive, right? Case match.
Uday, so
Yeah.
why the output is coming false and zero if we are matching the same thing?
If we are matching the same thing, why we are getting a false? So which one? The second case, right? Let me
Yeah.
execute again. So the first one, it is coming as thing. Okay. See, first one we did a wrong thing, right? So we should do, instead of title dot so and so, in the search string we should make a title case, right? So that is a problem. What I'm trying to say, if I do right now, it is working.
Got it.
Means this Python doesn't work. But if the P is capital, then it will work, right?
Yes.
So in that case, what we need to do? What is the solution? So instead of doing like this title or so and so, we can make all as one case. Then it's easy to make like that. So we are doing a regular expressions. In regular expression means what? You can make a flag saying that re.I means ignoring the case. Which are the case maybe, you will just ignore it. Now, based upon these things, if I can say re.match of this object dot match of this target string. If I execute now, did you notice now? I got a match, and this is again saying 0 to 6. So irrespective of whoever I have, whatever the value I have, I can do it. Okay. So now it is working. Now I want to check the things for a string for a stream of values. So instead of one value, I can say like, okay, this one. So for I can do like for such string, I want to repeat that for search string in. I want to take like multiple examples, say Python, or like, so really Python is there, or like all capitals, or like half capital. So like that, I'm taking different use cases, and for all these cases I want to execute. You see now, for each of the case it will work. It's working, right? So you're getting the results. And okay, so not only that, and we have seen the use case where we need to write an if condition to handle these things. So you see, for each of the cases you will get it. And if you are as interested only in the second these ones, I can just check and evaluate. Okay, yeah. So what I can do, I can just comment them. You can notice now. Did you see that for each of the case it's coming? So for each of the case it is working. So Python is there, but the same Python, if you give in different ways also, it is working. So that is what I want to say. Case insensitive means it doesn't matter what case you have, it will work for all the things. But I want to do the same thing in a slightly different way. There is one more thing called as re.search. Re.search is there. So what is this purpose? This also exactly works like yours, but with a slight difference. Means same like this, what are the use cases you have, we can use re.search also. To the point of re.search is, in whichever the ways you used re.match, in the same ways here also we can use. Means like here, so I took like different use cases, right? I can take all the use cases here also, and it will work for all the things. So instead of re.search, I can go for re.match. Means compiling is same. At the compiling stage, you will have flag. So after this compiling, you have a match, right? See this re.match, till now I didn't tell you one point. You are finding for something that is okay. But what if you want to find this in the middle of the string? So, or like anywhere in the string. So that's where like re.match will not help. re.match will do at the starting only. You know what are the data type, what are the place you have, but you are finding in the starting only, right? That's what you can understand till now. So, but like if I see in the middle or somewhere else, then this match will not work. Before even proving that, re.search, I want to tell that it works everywhere. Wherever you go, it will work. So no matter whatever it is, it will work in all the cases. So right now, the re.search, first use case, we are in the starting, right? Let's say Python, so D so and so. If I execute, say after everything, if I want to give a print like this, you'll understand. So obviously here also in the starting, right, it will work. For all the use cases, it will work. Now similarly, now re.search, I want to use for different use cases, being in the middle, being in the center, or so and so. So for that, let me take one more example, re.search.py. In this case, this time I will take the source string like this. You see, Python programming is good for Python. Did you see? Earlier what I told, the search string was Python programming is good for health. The word Python which we want to find is in the starting, right? So whatever the search string case may be, but in the target string, you have Python in the starting. But right now, I'm making the word Python in the end. Then can we do with the traditional way? With dot lower search and so and so? Yes, we can do. Because it will search anywhere, right? It don't have like anything specific. So if you want like starting, we have like starts with. If you want to check in the end, we have like ends with. Like that we have strings. But in the regular expressions, if you want to do that, if you do with a re.match, it doesn't work. To prove that, let me show you example. You see, I did a re dot compile of this search string, which is a Python, and I am doing re dot I. Means what are the data case maybe it will work. So first, initially, I assume that I am doing only re.match. And if I execute it, you can notice that CLS and Python is so and so. Did you notice that it is saying no found? But if I replace it with a re.search instead of re.match, if I do re.search, it will work. If it is in the start ending also, it will work. And in the same fashion, if the same thing is there in the ending also, it will work. If I say, so we know that re.compile is one method. So whereas re.search is another method. So search will work in either ways. So I will do this one this time. Yeah, see. Yeah. What I want to show is that re.compile of search only I'm doing, just to show you. And one more thing I want to say, either you can see re.ie or re.ignore case. Either of the way we can do. If I execute now, CLS and Python, F so and so. Did you see? So programming is good in Python. So you placed in the main ending. And in the programming is good in Python language I'm doing. Did you see now Python is in the middle, right? Even in this case also it will work. So search is a interesting thing. It can find anywhere in the string. And if you want case sensitive, you need to add the flag, either re.i or re.ignore case. And after finding, you get the result. That is fine, right? So every time you are doing two jobs. First, you are compiling to a one string, regular expression. For that, you are doing dot search. This kind of scenario is suitable when you have one pattern and if you want to do multiple actions. Multiple actions means like search and match, there will be other options also. If you want to do all of them on the same thing, you can go with it. But if you want to do only one time, in that case, instead of going for this traditional approach, we can go for the other approach where you don't define a compiled object and then do a search. You pass both at the one shot. Did you see that in this case, re.search search of which are the search string is there and which are the target string is there and what kind of flags you have. So everything you can place in one place. Is it clear? So don't you think this is better compared to the others?
Yes.
So that is the advantage of this. So from now it is easy, right? Instead of you compiling once and then searching, this is in one shot. So mostly people will use this because regular expressions we do only for one purpose. Sometimes if you have a use case where you are doing for multiple purposes, you can go with the other thing. But this is generally good enough. And if I go for a new file, re.search of this one, till now I told you in the starting, in middle, in the end, anywhere I can find, right? So at the same time, if you want to enforce to find only in the starting, only in the ending or something, search can do anywhere, I told, right? But if you want to make it to find only in the starting or ending, we have some kind of patterns. So there is an interview question that how to make re.search to work like re.match. Generally, if you know that till now, whenever doing a search, what we do? Import re. After that, whenever you're doing a result is equal to re.search of which are the target string along the other pattern that you have. Say like PYTHON something. So if I want to find in a target string, I can give like, programming is good in Python, something I wrote. So if I do like re.flag I, then it will work, right? We understood till now. If I execute this, this will work perfectly. Instead of whatever the case may be, the result will be there. Okay, the result will be there. You will get it. Perfect. But it is at the ending only. If you want to search for something at the ending only, that's fine. But if you want to search for something only in the starting, see, pattern is there, right? You got a regular expression pattern match. What is saying from 23rd to 29th? Means 23rd position to 29th position, it is there. But somehow it is present at the end. And if you want to search for something at the end only, then you can enforce like this. See, if I place the same dollar at the end, you can say that this word Python should be there, but it should be at the end only. And it should be a case sensitive in this case. Now, in this case also it will work because it is present at this position only. But after this, there is nothing, right? This is the last one. At the same time, if you want to find at the starting, so that is how we do with a caret character. If I do with a caret character, then it tries to find in the starting. Did you see at the starting it is not there, right? So this is how you do with a match. Hope you remember. In match, if you want to do that, so re.match you do, and at the starting you do. So in this case, you don't have a value. This is how this one will work, right? So you have a target string which don't have a value at all. But if you do the same thing in the vice versa, maybe like I'm taking another example where Python programming is good, where it is in the starting. So same like that, if I do a match also I can do. But match don't need a flag. If you write a pattern on match, doesn't matter. But search match every time will try to find in the starting. Whereas search, it can do everywhere. If there are multiple occurrences also, it will match the first occurrence. Hope it's clear. Yes, everyone.
Yes.
Search can do everywhere. Match will do only in the starting. If you want search to enforce to find only in the starting or ending, we should add the extra patterns. So if you want to enforce to find only in the starting, there is a caret. If you want to enforce only at the end, you have a dollar. So obviously, if you have the value, we can get the values from it, right? So at this moment, it found it. If I want to get the same thing again, the result will be same, but the way that you are approaching will be slightly different. Hope you understood. Next, going further for the same use case. If you want to find at the starting, ending, I told, right? I'm just repeating the same thing again. In this case here, I have word Python and I want to find. So both are in the starting, it works. And you didn't mention any pattern specifically at the starting or ending. So it works the first occurrence. So here you are enforcing that it should be at the ending only. But in this case, Python is not at the ending, right? So that's why you get a none. Whereas this time you are doing Python should be at the ending and programming is good in Python. So the word Python is at the ending. It works. If I say CLS and Python, it's also. It works exactly. Similarly, if I go ahead, there are like more examples like this from here. If I go this time, say regular expression X. So till now I told you two patterns. Now the third pattern I want to introduce. So caret means it tries to find at the starting. Dollar means at the ending. Whereas the dot means any character that we can have. So no matter, okay, so like that. No matter, so which character comes, except new line, any character it can accept. Then how to do with that? First thing foremost, I try to find for something like this. Say, I have a word called as a Python programming is good. So I have a word called as Python programming is good. And I want to find any character. You see now here also I will do. I want to do with a pattern. I want to show the beauty of this dot. If I say dot, means see how many characters are done. Just a dot if I do. Plain dots means there are two dots, right? If I do a regular expression, Did you see the entire thing came? Means any character it can match except new line. And if I say 2 dots should be there, did you see? So 3 dots, 4 dots, 5 dots. So means like everywhere 6 dots, like that I am doing. Means wherever the word has that one, it will work. Say if I say like it should be at the starting. Did you see? Sorry, dot. Starting means caret, right? Did you see? From the starting, these one things are there. Every line separately. And if they do the same thing in the ending with a dot, dollar, did you see those many characters it is matching at the end? And similarly, if I want to search re.search or re.pattern merge, if you want to do that, did you see now? I want to match any 5 characters from the starting. You see here, Python M so and so. From the starting, it tries to find for the 5 characters. First 5 characters it will give. What are the first characters? Python so and so. Similarly, I want to enforce to get these 5 characters at the starting only. By default also it tries to find from the starting. If you want to enforce also, you can add a caret which I showed right now. In the same fashion, if you want to enforce is to get at the ending, you got like this. So now the last 5 characters you will get it. So white space followed by good. Similarly, if I want to target, if I say starting should be there and ending also here, means it should match a word which will be starting and ending in middle. Means like there should be a 5-letter word. Only with 5 characters word should be there. Is there any character which is like 5 characters here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is there minimum. So similarly here it is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 something. So if I say like 2 characters or something, it will match it. Say if I want to match, like say in this example, the same example I'm taking. If I do like 1, 2, 3, 4 is there. If I do like a 4 characters, if I remove one, say like 4 characters if you want to do, if I execute, it tries to match whichever is having a 4 characters, 1, 2, 3, 4. So means from the starting also there should be 4, ending also there should be 4. Means the entire string should be within that. So this is also not the case. Then what's the case, sir? If I take like the same 4 characters, and this time if I take like say, if I say Uday means like how many characters are there? 5 characters, right? If I mention again 5 characters, so I should give the 5 characters here. UDHAY. If I give exactly, did you see it is matching? The word in entirety should be within it. If I do the same thing here, say Udaya I wrote, it is having 1 character extra, right? So the entire string should be within it. If it is beyond that, it will not give. Hope you understood what I'm trying to say. Exact means exact match should be there, no matter what happens. Next, till now you understood about these patterns. So you understood the very basic things are 3 things. At the starting, at the middle, or any character except new line. Now, on top of these patterns, I will go for something called as greedy patterns. What do you mean by greedy? Yes, what is greedy?
I don't know.
Means one who will be like too much. So means like they want more. If you give, so if I give like 10 apples and ask them to take, hey, take how much you want. Will they take 1 apple or 2 apples or all the 10 apples? Greedy means like they will take
Yeah.
more than what they need, right?
All
All of them they'll do. So like that, I want to create the greedy patterns. These are more famous. Greedy means like there are two types. Till now you know dot. After dot there is a plus. Till now you know dot means any character. After that there is an asterisk. So this dot will match any character except new line I told. So that's why all the matches will be at the line only. So after that line, if I'm doing a plus means accept anything, minimum one character should be there. And after that, it should be any number of characters. So minimum 0 characters also there, asterisk means. So how crazy it will work, I will show you. If I go for like a pattern, so I will show you the first example, then you will understand. You see in this example, did you understand something interesting? Every time I wrote a dot star, means what? First a should be there. After that dot star, means after that any character, any number of times. So what I'm trying to say, a star dot star means minimum a should be there. If a is also not there, it will not work. So there is a new option called as dot group. Means like every time till now what you are doing, you are searching and I'm trying to get the value, right? And if the match is there, you are trying to get, say, result is equal to this thing you are doing. If result is present, then you are doing like a result dot group. This is how you're doing, right? And I'm sure like that this result will match. That's the reason I'm doing like this. So if you say in the first example, instead of doing in 2 lines, I'm doing in 1 line. That's it. So, but what it is saying in all these cases, this is first one is our pattern. A dot star. Dot star means like any character can be there. After that, any number of times. So minimum A should be there. After that A, any character, any number of times, even 0 times also. So that's why even simple A also will match, right? Because it is thinking like others are like 0 times, no matter B or anything. So in this case, A dot star means like this B is there, 0 or any number of times, 1, 2, 3, any number of times. So similarly, if I do the same thing, if I say A, B, 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 C, something. Now in this case, see what will happen. We need to go for greedy pattern, I told, right? Greedy. This greedy pattern, it is going like A followed by this one, C times, and followed by star, C also. Means like any character it will match, no matter what you go. That's why it is called as greedy. So no matter what you give, it will work. So let me go for one more example. This time I am saying that like this. Okay. If I do like this, now tell me what will happen. A dot star I'm saying. Minimum A should be there, right? In this case, B are like these many number of times. But A is 0, right? Will it work in this case?
No.
It doesn't work.
No.
Right? So minimum A should be there. That is a mandatory. If you want to make even A also optional, any character if you want to make optional, in that case, we can place a star after it. So previously it did a dot star, means dot can be coming any number of times. It's not like dot, any character, right? So now we are making like A star, means A can come any number of times. A can come 0 times, I can come B times, or any number of times. So like that it can work. So now if you see in this case, if I execute, you can see it will get a result. So B came, right? Maybe like I'll place a empty print so that you'll understand better. See B came. After that, so there is one more interview question actually. So that's why I'm making the same things here. So most of the things that we work are like interview questions. If I say dot star and I gave an empty string, will it work? So I told that any character can come any number of times, right? Star means what? Is even 0 times also fine. It is thinking like nothing is coming as a 0 times. So even in 0 times also it will work. If I do like this, you can notice that. Did you see? Even 0 times is coming, it is working like, it found an empty string 0 times. That's the reason. Similarly, if I say AS, any character, any number of times, right? I told like some random characters I give. Here I give entire random. Entire random I give. If I do a dot star, that is a point. It is called as a wild character search. So even if you do in this editor also, if I say dot means it will match any character individually. Dot star if I do, did you see? Everything is getting matched, right? That's the beauty of dot star. It's like crazy. It can match anything for that matter. Similarly, let me go with that. So I want to check that there should be minimum one time. This is like searching any character any number of times, including 0 times also. But if I want to ensure like one time at least it should present. See, in this case, even for empty strings also it will match, right? If I'm doing dot group, I will get empty search. But there is one thing. If I do the same thing with a like this, if I do like a same thing with this one dot plus, okay. So instead of a dot star, if I do dot plus, then you will understand that it will throw an error. So plus expects that this character should present at least once. If there is not at least once, then it will not work. So if I do right now, one character I placed, any character is present, but one times, right? Minimum one time it should work. If it is not there, minimum one time it won't work. And similarly, there is one more thing called as non-greedy. If you want to make it like non-greedy, there is another thing called as question mark. This is another interesting thing. If I go for like question mark, then how it works? Dot should be there. After that, any character can come 0 or 1 time. This is just like a non-greedy pattern. This is like a non-greedy pattern. If I say non-greedy, what do you mean by non-greedy pattern? Means if you have more also, it will not take care of. So that's a point. Again, we can see again of it. So I will tell you why it is called as non-greedy. If I say like, say C, 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 something. In this case, see how many times characters are present? Many number of times. So did you see that this is called as non-greedy? If I do the same thing in a ordinary greedy pattern, then what will happen? To make you understand the difference between these two, I'll show you that. If I say like, dot star first time, it matches even 0 times also. Dot plus I will do, and dot question mark I will do. You see what will happen? In the first case, how many times it occurred? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So 7 times occurred, it took like all 7. So all 7 characters will be taken. So it occurred like 7 times. It occurred like 7 times. But like it will take only 1 time. But only 1 time taken. That's the point. If I see, the last one it is taking only 1 time, right? So these two are like greedy. This is a non-greedy pattern. Hope you understood. Now let me give you real-time examples where you can better understand. The real-time examples means, let's say I'll make an empty print. I can show in IPython, but like I just want to show here. You see, this is a real-world example. When you're doing web scraping, we do these things a lot. re.search of, I want to search for empty thing. Search for empty means I didn't even add dot or star or anything. If in a given string, there will be empties, right? So think like that. That's why it will not throw any error, but it will give value. At the same time, if you want to find like so brace should be there, h1 should be there, closing braces should be there. Now, did you understand this? Very interesting. So if you do the search, it tries to get the first tag, right? Header one. Similarly, if I say, so open brace, close brace, within the 2 dots, means open and close brace should be there. Within that, there should be 2 characters. So that's the reason you got h1, this h1 tag, right? You got it. These are like ordinary searches. Now let me do with both greedy and non-greedy for the same things. If I do the same thing with a greedy pattern and non-greedy pattern, In greedy pattern, what I did, hey, open brace should be there, closed brace should be there. Within that, dot star means any character, any number of times. Now, instead of matching the first tag, it is matching till the end. Because in the end also there is a closing brace, right? In the starting also there is a opening brace. So it thought like entire is like this and did a greedy pattern match. Even dot plus also, dot star also same thing. So dot plus means minimum one character should be there, any number of characters after that. So this also like pattern match. That's why you got the entire things. If I execute, you can notice that. But in this case, if you want to go with a non-greedy pattern, if I go for a non-greedy pattern, what will happen? I do a dot star. So it means dot star I give. You do dot plus or dot star. And after that, you should write question mark. So if you want to make it non-greedy enough. So it will make for the first search and it will stop. You can just give it dot question mark or like dot star question mark, dot question plus question mark, like that. This non-greedy works in both of them. What are the previous pattern is, it works like that only. If I say plus question mark, in that case also it will work like this. Did you see? It matched the tags. Hope it's clear. Any doubt till now? Okay.
No fun.
Okay. Now, from now things are becoming something complicated. So instead of an ordinary Python file, let me go for a IPython file. IPython. If I do for till now, we have seen there are two things, right? Re import re module. If I say re module, it will import. So if I give an environment, I'm taking something, it works. You have seen till now re.search. It will do the first occurrence anywhere in the string, right? Similarly, you have re.match. Similarly, you have re.match. First occurrence at starting in the string, you know. But if there are more than one occurrence, so both of them, so both re.match and re.search have one problem. Can get only one occurrence. What if you want to get more than one occurrence if they are present? In that case, we should go for it. So let me go for the previous pattern itself. Okay. Let me go for this example, like re.search or match you have. Okay. I'm taking the same example. I will tell a real world example for you to understand. If I do like re.search, it works perfect. If I do re.match, you know, right? I will not tell about matching anymore. I will tell like this. If there are like greedy searches or no, or might be, it doesn't matter, but it will give like this. You understood? And if I say like, to make the things easy for you to understand, so if I have like maybe like say a word called as ABC, I want to find. I have here written like ABC, ABC, BBC, CBC, ABC, so MBC, ABC. Something like very easy for you to understand and digest. Did you see now what happened? You do re.search, it will do at the starting. re.match also you do, the first occurrence it will give. So whereas this one will give, both will give the first occurrence. But if they don't give like multiple occurrences, right? That's a problem. Then what is the solution, sir? Means, let me go in this one more way. For the same thing, instead of re.match or so and so, there is something called as findall. The moment you give a findall, then things will change. If I execute, how many occurrences are there? It will need to give all the occurrences. But it don't expect you to write an extra thing called as a group. This is one of the hurdle for us, right? Every time if the match is there, it's okay. If the match is not there, it will throw an exception. That's why you need to write if condition and do. That is an extra problem here. Whereas for find all, it don't even expect you to do. Did you see how many occurrences of ABC are there? ABC, 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 and ABC are there. All the occurrences it gave. Even if you don't have also, it need not worry. If I assume that it don't have an occurrence, say BBC, say CBC, say like so MBC, say NBC. Even in the case you don't have also, you need not worry. When you don't have, you will get an empty list. When you have, you will get the list of all the things. So don't you see it's better? Instead of you writing a try exception or an if condition, this is much more easy. So, okay, let me give you one more example. So if using an ordinary search, there is one more pattern called as /d. Now let me give you a list of patterns are there like this. Till now you have seen some patterns, right? Now let me introduce few more patterns are there. So after this, to introduce more, if I add a code object, yeah, if I do like this, did you see that /d? /d means presence of any character 0 to 9. Similarly, capital /d means absence of it. See, small letters means presence, capital letters means absence. You see, if I do /d digits, for /w means alphanumeric, alphabetical, capital A to Z, small a to Z number. So the absence of them. And similarly for white space also the same thing. And similarly, to make these patterns further more easy, they have created like this. /a, so matches the expression to the right at the absolute start of the string. So whether it is like a single or multi-line one. And if I do /z, matches the expression to the right, left. So similarly, /boundary, /d, many things are there. To make, so over a period of time, you will remember if you are doing more practice. First thing, if I say is array.search means what? If you give any thing, it will try to find the first occurrence. That's what, right? Search means. But what you're trying to search, /d. And observe, whenever you're doing a slash, especially in Windows, we should be careful. Not only Windows, everywhere. So you know that when a slash is coming, we should write a R before it to qualify it to be like a regular expression pattern. If I don't do like that, what will happen, sir? So let me try the same things without doing that. You should know why the problem is there, then you should understand. If I do like this, and if I execute, I'm getting it. But down the line, if I go for a // or something, then it will not recognize it better way. To recognize that, so it's a best practice to write like this, to slash in the before. Whenever you have patterns, in the patterns, if you have a slash, try to write R before it. In not every case it will be a problem. Some cases it will be a problem. So it is a best practice. Now, in using the same re search, I can search everywhere, right? Of course, it is present in the starting also, it worked. What I'm trying to say, first time, I'm asking like, hey, presence of a /d means one occurrence. That's why you got one. Similarly, if I do /d star means the number should be there, minimum 0 or any number of characters. Did you see all were digits? So that's why you got it. Similarly, dot star plus means any number of characters you got. Similarly, /d question mark means the previous character can occur 0 or 1 time. So means previous character is a digit. 0 to 9 can occur 1 time or 0 times. 1 time it occurred, the first 1 time it gave it. Also, in real time, if you want to search, say like I have a big string. I have cost of apples is something, cost of mangoes is something like that, bucket mangoes. And you are searching to find, as it is not a match, as it is a search, it can find anywhere, right? That is also good. Now, that is what you understood. And coming back. So that's what I told you, right? In a list. So perfectly that. If you have multiple occurrences, this is how you do. re.search and match will try to find at the starting only or in the middle, but like only one occurrence. But find all will give all. To show that example only in one shot I give. That like, if I go with this re.match or so and so, even if you want to add an extra flag also you can add. But here, so if I execute like this, it works. re.search and match will give only one value, whereas patterns, this like re.findall and others, will be slightly smarter. How many occurrences you got, it will give. And not only that, on top, let's say I have one big string. Instead of a one line till now, I write a big string. Hi, every morning. The party is on 23rd of May. So 20, so 21 or 23 or something at XYZ place at time so and so. And like, so, and the reception is at so and so. You give some invitation. Then you need to find for something. So you can find like this. Find for 2. How many 2s are there? There were many 2s. So here also one 2 is there, here 2 is there, here 2 is there. So like that multiple types. Here also 2s are there. If I want to find for like say 20 or 23, it finds. Like say if I give 20, if I want to find, how many times 20s are there? So here are 20, here 120, and here another 20. You got it. And similarly, if I say 203, how many times it is occurring? 203. Only one time or 2 times. So if I have 20, say 22, sorry, okay, 22, it is occurring 2 times. So 2023, 2024, in both the places it is there. And if I say like this time, so 2023, you see 2023 is present only once. So like that, so whenever it is coming, say like if I say, so 2023, 24 something, instead of 23, if I say 24, as 24 is not there, instead of throwing an error, it will give an empty. Hope it's fine. Then like if I go further, if I want to find the occurrence of any character using the find, so using the find, if I ask a /d, how many times numbers are there? So the entire string, it will give everything. Did you all understand? So even if there is like a say 2023, so 2030 or 30th, these are also coming like individual characters. But if you want like more characters, so then like what you can do? Can I do like this? That as I have already a /d, can I do a /d star? Means the previous character can occur any number of times. So did you see what will happen now? What are you getting? Did you see that you got all the empty characters? Before and after, before and after, before and after. As they were not integers, you are, instead of the characters, you are getting like this. See? So this is what not you are expecting. So that's the reason sometimes, not every time /d star is needed. So sometimes we need to have like this. Means at least there should be one occurrence. So this is giving a length which is equal to your entire target string. Everywhere as there is other characters, it is assuming that this /d is present 0 times. So whenever it is present, it is giving like that. /d. Good, it is giving, but in other case also it is giving. To avoid that, if I do a plus, minimum one occurrence should be there. It is getting. Now, did you understand the use case of /d plus? Plus operator, in which case we need to use? It's interesting, right? So if similarly, the same thing I can do with a 0 to 9 like this. Instead of a /d, we can also add like square braces. Within the square braces, I will have more flexibility. /d means only 0 to 9, right? Whereas here I will have more flexibility. I told that I need to find a character 0 to 9, but I didn't tell how many occurrences and together so and so. As I told only one time, it will try to find only one time. Rather, if I tell like, hey, try to find more than once together. So that's the reason you got it. Don't you see that line number 23 and line number 25 both are giving the same results? How? Because you told one character /d 0 to 9 can occur minimum one time or more than that. The same thing you did, right, indirectly? Yes. So what is the difference between going for /d and this 0 to 9 convention? Here we can have more flexibility. Instead of going for 0 to 9, you can go for specifically 0 to 5 only I want to get. I try to get all the 0 to 5 values. And similarly, if I want to find the same thing 0 to 5, say if I do a plus right now, wherever the characters are there, so numbers are there, which are starting with 0 to 5, only they will come. Okay. Now, if I do the same thing, say plus also, I got it. Now, not only this, it's not like 0 to 5 or something. If I want to specifically go for a targeted characters or targeted numbers, I can go like this. So wherever 3 to 7, 3, 4, 5, 7 is there, they will come. So I missed 6. So that's why 6 is not there, right? So like that, I can give specifically. Similarly, if I go for like one more thing, again, I'm trying to print the target string. So just like, you'll forget else. To make it easier, I'll try to print it. But did you understand? If I do like this only, hope you'll understand. There is a /n everywhere, right? Before and after. So the moment you have like a string which have multiple lines, you will have this one. Is it clear? So now, if I go further, if I say /w, what do you mean by /w? I told here. So can you tell me what is /w? Yes.
Any alphabetical number.
Yes, any alphanumeric, sorry, capital A to Z, small a to Z, or 0 to 9. So you need not specifically give explicitly. So if I take this kind of things, wherever it has all the things, it matched. Did you see crazily it got a big thing? What is that it matched? If I go ahead, every character it matched, right? Including numbers and everything. So if you don't want like that, but if you want like a words, then what is that you can do? Instead of just doing a /w, I can after that like I can group it together. Like, hey, I want minimum this much, minimum one character, and more than that also I want. Now instead of matching the entire characters individually, did you see you are getting only the words are matched? And of course, right? Instead of a /w, you can also give like the pattern. So what a /w is doing, the same thing can also be done with A to Z, so and so, and like 0 to 9. So that is what /w doing, right? If I do the same thing here also it will match. If I do a plus, you can see here also same like that. So words are matching. So alphanumeric are matching, right? Only numbers are also matching. The same thing is working like this. The beauty of writing like this is, instead of the flags, is that we can customize. Say I want to get only from 0 to A to Z only. Only small character words are matching. See, the numbers and others are missing here. Similarly, if I go for like, if I say like, capital A, capital Z, it tries to find only capital A to Z. Wherever capital A to Z are there, minimum one character, maximum any number of things. So those many things you got. And like, so if you want specifically, you can do that. Or sir, if I want to find only the oval numbers or evens, so ovals or consonants like that, I can go like this. If I execute, did you notice? Hey, sorry, I need to go for like A, E, I, O, U, right? So ovals means A, E, I, O, U. You see, it matched all the things. So like a word you told plus. So A, E, I, O, U. Sir, though I did A, E, I, O, U, why I got individual characters? because in your words there were no two consecutive of these characters together. So generally vowels will get individual characters, right? If you have two vowels at a one place, then it can match. But in other cases, it will not match like that. Say like, so instead of target string, if I write something, so my name is Uday. So even in this case, if you see how many AEIOUs are there, these many. So, but they were not consecutive. Like, say like, say A, E, I, O, U something. You see now? So as they were consecutively, they were matching. So even if I have something like this, see they were consecutively are there, that's why you're coming. If they are not consecutively, you won't get it. In the same fashion, in the same string, say in the string I'm going, I want to find, there is one more flag that I want to search for, white space. What I'm trying to say, white space, one white space I give. So minimum one, so more than that also it can have. So that's what I'm saying, the white space character should occur minimum one or more than that. Sir, what if I give like this, two white spaces or three X spaces? Means whatever you give the characters, it tries to find the same thing. So the character, if you give 10 times also, it will try to find only that, right? It is same like, finding for occurrences of say A. If you fail like, A. Even if you give 10 A's also, it tries to find A only, right? It's not like it will try to find these many A's or something. Whatever the characters you present here inside, it tries to find only once. In the same fashion, so like, if you want to find the white space, instead of this, you can also replace it with a /s. If I say I get it, means wherever a white space is there, minimum one or maximum any number of things. If I have like a big white spaces also, say like if I have big white spaces also, I get it all. Did you see the last space, how much big it is? You got it, right? So you got it like this also. At the same time, there is one more thing, /S. Till now, I am not using this. You see now, wherever white spaces are not there, you want that. You have gone there. Is it clear? So now coming back, again this thing, if you go further, so to make you to remember this string, whatever you are working. So now if I go with like a /W, and for everything there will be a slash capitals, right? If I do /W plus alphanumeric, small a, capital A to Z, so and 0 to 9, you got the values, right? If I add a print to it, you can notice it that it will coming very beautiful. And for the same example, if I go with a /W, did you notice? Wherever the alphanumeric and others are not there, means white spaces, slashes, exclamations, these are all absence of them, right? That's why you got it. Similarly, as I told just now about the space slashes, it will try to find the occurrence of these slashes. In the same fashion, if you want the absence of them also, you can write like /S. You get what you mean. In the same fashion, so what if I give this one? Now you should tell me. What if I give like this? What will happen? This is like /A/B, I told. You remember here I told there are two patterns, like /A and /Z, right? Think like we discussed too many things. Yeah. So here I told, right, there were two patterns. If I go again here, you'll understand. What is that I told here? If I go to these patterns, yes, I need to add a new code block, I can do that. I told that, hey, there were like two blocks like this, which can help us. A matches the expression to its right at the absolute start of the string, whether it is singular multi-line mode. So it will match. So the A1 2 3, You are telling that 1, 2, 3 should be there, but it should be at the right, at the absolute start. Means like it should be at the starting only. Did you see that re.search I'm doing back again, instead of a re.findall, just showing like, occurrences. So when you did like that, it worked, right? Okay. Sir, if I do the same thing with a re. Search or something, because like you are trying to find at the starting, ending, and all these things. So, you just again want to come back to re.search. And in the same lines, if you want to do like, I say that, hey, so BC should be there, but /z means like it should be present at the ending. So it is same like dollar and this one, right? It is same like your dollar and this one. If I say this one also, it works exactly. Oh, re.search. Okay, I don't need a slash again. Sorry. So both works in the same way. In the same fashion, for this also there is one more pattern. So we have that one, right? If I do a caret operator, so both will exactly work in the same way, right? So for that, these two are there. These two patterns are there. And similarly, there is one more thing about the /b. /b means I told it's a boundary. Means if I say something like this, see here, /b, as it should be like a slash. So, okay, so it is a crazy thing. So actually it should be one slash only. If I do like this, then what will happen? Yes, I'm not getting anything, right? Now, you see, observe carefully. There should be a word called as my, which it should match, but it didn't do. So because like, so what I say, my name is like, Mylan. This is a good example to say. Yeah. If I say Mylan, so there are two mice, but you want to match the first mile. It's not like first or sorry, it's not like first or sorry. It's sorry, my words. A word should be like a mile. Starting and ending should be like this thing. And as you did /b's, you didn't get it. But if I place a R, it will work. Then it is recognizing it. Did you understand? In which case R is needed? If you don't want to do R, so you should do like, slash and one more slash, then it will work. Instead of you doing like multiple slashes every time. So that's why they say that it's a best practice to do an R. Especially for B and others, it will be very much really useful. Did you understand now? So why R is needed and what is the value of B? So there are two mice. It's not like, so my name is Mylan. Even if you have this, Mylan is my name. If I say Mylan is my name, is my name, it will match exactly, right? So if I have like the same my, like a small letter, my, so it will not match. Then re.I or re.ignore case, if I give, it will work. So, okay. So like this, it will work. So similarly, the point of going for the slashes, it's very much interesting. If I go for like a slash, you see what will happen now? You want to find the occurrence of a slash, a single slash you want to find. Did you see what happened? You have some expression where you want to find the slash. It didn't do because when you give a single slash in Python, it tries to escape the next character. So in that case, to handle it, we need to have two slashes. If I have a single slash, sorry, it will not work. So in that case, we should have two slashes. If I do two slashes, I want to match for the word called a slash. It is saying that bad escape character. So whenever you want to work with the slashes, you should be very careful. You want to find for one R before it. If I try to find for R, then it is trying to find the two slashes exactly. There were two slashes. And that's why it is saying there are two times you matched it. And if I say like, one slash only, it tells like, hey, oh, sorry, again, Even if you place R also, it is trying to ignore it and try to find you unexpected character it is saying. So if I say find R slash, it's working. So next, I think like I'm going too much into it, but coming back again to resurface to you, I think like we discussed on many amount of patterns. Again, to make a list of it, I'm just revisiting them. Slash D means like presence of a digit. Slash capital D means absence of a digit. So slash W means alphanumeric. Slash capital W means absence of it. Similarly, slash S means presence of white space or S. And so we are somewhere here. And if I say I have some pattern, and if I want to find the numbers, how to find the numbers from it? If I do like re.dot find all of, so whatever I want to find, I need to place it here. If say I want to find the numbers, I can do like this. Now observe what will happen. So okay, so as we are like redoing, we need to import again, and like subsequently if you do, it will work. You see now? So individually it found all the characters, but not together. Maybe if I write a print around it, it would be showing in the same line. But at the same time, you know that if I say like plus, means like a digits I am getting individually, right? Even 0.00 so and so. In fact, this is not correct. If you say 23 point so and so, this is not correct. So if you want to get the floating point values, how to get it? So then we need to have one more thing called as a dot. If I say a dot and followed by this one, then what will happen? So if I say dot, what will happen? You're getting again the same thing. So did you see that it took all the values in the same place together?
Yes.
So it is not our expectations. It means like dot means it is thinking like an ordinary dot. So it is not like an ordinary dot. So means a regular expression dot means what? Any character, right? But we need to expect like an ordinary dot. So after that, we can have like this. Did you all understand the difference? The slash you missed, if you have any character, which is like an ordinary character, if you want to match, means regular expression also have some operators like plus, minus, all these things. If you want to match those characters, what will you do? We need to place a slash before them. Then if I go further, so and if I write like a slash D again, yes. Now did you see what happened? All the
Yes.
things are coming good, right? But did you observe one thing? 23.23 so and so is there. It is showing like 2.3 so and so. But that is not expected, right? Even that also should come. Then, so what we can do, before dot also slash D plus, after dot also slash D plus. Now, did you understand? All edge cases we addressed. So 12 is there, 12 points, so and so, which are our floating. Only the floating point values you got. And did you see this minus, which is not coming, right? How to get the minus values now? So the minus, if I say like, minus should be there in the starting, then will I get the positive values? No. If I want to get the minus when it is present, if not present also fine. Means if it is present, it should present only once. If not, it's fine. In that case, what should I go? To the question mark.
Yes. Question.
Did you see now? I matched positive, negative floating point values, all floating point values together in one place. So that's a beauty, right? So now the same thing we can also do in another way. You are doing a slash. This slash, instead of slash, we can also do with this thing. Whenever you have any character, so you are doing a slash, right? Instead of a slash, I can place within the square braces and a dot. Then it will match for the characters exactly. So not only this, if you write like any other characters, say like, if I want to match like, say, of course, it's not a correct thing, But if I say like, say, so 2 plus 3, if I want to say like, so 22 plus 3, so something like this I have. If I have a plus operator, instead of this, if I write a plus, if I write a plus ordinarily outside, what will happen? It will think like the same thing is coming twice, right? Whereas if I do like this, it tries to match only those expressions. Did you all understand the beauty of this one? If you have an euro characters, if you want to escape, you need to write a slash. And whenever you have your own operators, you cannot do like that, right? So in that case, we should go in this way. Hope it's clear. And also, if you want to match, so in this particular use case, you see, coming back to this one, in this case, you have only the floating point values. You finally got floating point values. So here you are getting like addition expressions, right? That is also fine. If you want like minus operations, then you can specifically mention like, so if I do minus, I can find only the minus values. If there is a like, minus, I can get like minus expressions. In the previous example, so I want to do one more thing. What if I want to find uh, both integers and floats together? So both int and float I want to get. Int and float means in int there won't be any percentile, right? So in float there will be in int there won't be dot. If there is another thing, it will be there. Then can I do a question mark here? If I do a question mark, what I mean to say, this dot, if present, it should present once. If R, it will be 0 times. Now, did you say it matched both integers and floats? Yes, friends, is it clear? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what it works. Next, going further. So now you understood about the enough of regular expressions. So let me again revisit a few other things in terms of, till now you understood about the find all. In multiple patterns are there, it will do all these things you understood. Next, going back again, if you see these all patterns we have, the same old patterns will work, but in a different use case. Now again, coming back to this case of like re.search and re.match. So what we can see here is, if I take a pattern, so like this, okay, one second, re.search and pattern. If I want to do A to Z plus, means like I want to find. Now, did you see that it found two values? One object it found, first occurrence I told, right? From first position till this one, it got it. And if you want to know the result, if it founds, we can do a dot group. You can see what is the result. You can see that it is doing Uday, U is capital, as you are doing small a to Z, it did the match like this. Now, if I go further and give like, hey, give me the same example to add like further more things. If I say like capital A to Z, small a to Z, 0 to 9. So you are trying to match all the things. And till where it is occurring, the white space is there, right? As white space is not part of it, it is not doing the match. If you have white space, it will do the white space also. If I see here, if I add like a white space also, so within this, it will execute. Entire thing it is matching. So, okay, coming back to this previous one. If you want to replicate the same thing using this one, you already have something called as /w, right? If I do /w, whenever there is a slash, it's a best practice to add a R before it. If I execute, both will work in the same way. And in the same lines, if I want this also should happen, how I need to do? I can say that /w and /s, both should be present, right? So if I want to match, so then what will happen? It will do a y plus. So what should you do? Slash w plus, if I do, it will match slash w and slash s. And if I do like slash w s and again slash w plus, then it will match all the things. So hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say. I'm giving different use cases. Okay, so now you understood like this. In the same fashion, can I do, so you told that presence of a white space, right? Similarly, can I do absence of a alphanumeric? Slash w, capital W, if I give, indirectly I'm saying that there should not be word alphanumeric. Means it can be like a question mark also, it can be exclamation or anything, it will work. If I say like in my word, instead of a white space, I have a question mark, or like exclamation. So this you can better relate, right? Even then again, you are just evaluating the absence of it, that's it. So either way you get the same thing. Now what I want to do, in the regular expression till now we are doing groups. There is another thing in the grouping the results. Till now if I execute, what are I got? Uday, Prakash, both are there, I am getting it. For the first time I am adding one more braces. Did you see? Instead of square braces I am using parentheses. What is the point of going for this parenthesis? So if I go to this parenthesis, I can do something interesting. If I do this braces, so I will get the groups basically. Means I have two groups like this. Just group means you will get the end result. So if I do, so we understood that there were two groups are there. Yeah, I'm presence of a word, then slashes, and again presence of word. For the percentile slashes, I'm not doing anything. Before and after, I'm doing braces. So totally, I place it two braces, right? So means like first one and second one. So similarly, this first word and second word. So now you understand. If I do just a group or a group of 0, I will get the entire match. I am using the wrong words these days. So if I do match and words, again things changes, right? Now in this specifically, if I ask for say dot group of 0 or dot group of 1, I will get individually both of them. If I say dot group of 1, I will get the first group. See, till now we know that indexing starts with 0. You think like 0 means you should get the first one. But so here they mention like this. Either you do group or group of 0, you will get the same result. But if you do group of 1 or group of 2, you get the result. Okay, sir, I have group of 1 and group of 2. What if I do a group of 3? Is there a group of 3 right now? If I ask group of 3, what will happen? It will say index error. So indexing starts with 0. This is one edge case that you need to be remembering. Okay, sir, I don't know how many groups are coming. When our groups are coming, I want to get all the groups. In that case, instead of writing group or group of 0 or something, write something called as groups. Whenever these groups you wrote, what are the results you got? You get everything like a tuple. Is it clear the importance of a groups? How it works?
Yes.
Yes, friends. So how the groups are working in others? Okay. So let's go with one real-time example, which I want to find. Say like I want to have a file. From that file, I want to analyze some data. And I want to find the critical logs or something. Let me go for a real-time example. Um, okay. So what I want to do is like, I want to create one application. And for that, I want to do, say, after O, A, B, C, D, F, G, I mean, O, P, right? Okay. P, analyzing logs. I want to create a log file. From that, I want to analyze. This is what my. So for that, I need to take a real-time log file. So for that, I create one more file. Say like p sample log.log. I'm creating a log file in the current directory. So I can take some information of something. Say I'm taking some information like this. Say it is having some timestamp, some info level something, app successfully processed a file. So connection established or something. So if I do like, then if I need to first write this file, so how I do? Say first I need to read the file, then I can work on it. In the current directory, if I need to work, what I can start with, first import OS. So first, to understand the logs, OS dot, so current directory, right? Get current working directory. So you will understand that current working directory means the same directory. So in this working directory, you want to get a file. So in this working directory, what's the file you have? So with open of, what is the file name here? So p underscore log, p underscore sample log.log. So are you doing the write mode? No, read mode. Be very careful. Okay. If you write defaultly also, it is read. So if you write like file handler, you want to read the file. So file content. File content is equal to, say like file handler dot read lines, because you want to read one line at a time. So like that. When you have a large data, we should go with a generator. But if you have less logs, you can just do a read lines, so that all the content will come and it will store for you. So after your reading is done, you can come down and you can work on these files. So for each line in, so file content, because file content is a list right now. So I can each time check for something. So I am going for something like, some pattern if I want to analyze. You see, the logs are like this. It's a real time, some log. So 23rd, so currently right now only. So I have a info log, I have a warning log, some things I have. To make it easy only, we write like properly, right? So for us to better understand. So we write like this. So in real time, logs will be like this, okay? So it is saying like some app info something. Okay, so we have some app 1, app 2, app 3, some app 4. 4 apps are there. Their logs are coming. What are the result is coming? I want to get. Now each pattern wise, if I want to extract this data and work on it, so how I need to work is the question. So I get each line, and if I want to get like something, so critical logs or something, if I want to get, say, or like say I want to get the error logs, which are is the error logs I want to get. So then what I need to do? So if, so error log in, so each line, then what will happen? So then print each line. So it is like traditionally without doing any logging or so any regular expressions. So now I execute ls and python p so and so. If I execute, it will go and do. So it will read each of the line and we get the error logs. And if you want to get the error logs is equal to, and you can tell like, instead of printing each of them, you can say like, so error logs dot end of this thing. And finally, you can print that error logs. So that is also one way you can get it. You got a list of 2 values like this. So as you do it, this is like a method one, which is you do traditionally, so without you having a regular expressions. But what if you have regular expressions? If you have a regular expressions, the same thing you can parse in a much better way. using regular expressions. So again, you read the content. Say I took the same thing here itself, and I want to work with regular expressions. Again, open the content. Instead of you reading all the lines and you storing in a list, you do a read. If I do read, what will happen? It will read the entire file content into a single string, right? Now, in the string, I need to find. If I want to get the error logs, I can say that, hey, error logs is equal to re dot. Should I do re dot search or re dot match? Yes. If I do re dot search, what will happen? And if I give one pattern, RROR, if I want to search for error, and if I want to search in the string, okay? So I have the entire file content, and you see, if I say like same error logs in the second method, maybe like I'll give an empty print. So this is what the real applications, right? What you got? So you got one error. Means like if you got an object, that's what I tell, right? If you got something, you got like dot group. That's what I told. If I do a dot group, I'll get the things like error. So, or like if you want like groups, that also I showed you. If they're like groups, were there any groups here? You didn't add any braces or anything, right? Just you wrote an error. You got it. So after this, you understood this one also. Now, if you want to get like, you got only one log, and if you want to print, you get like the entire log level. So whichever you got, only one line you get it. If you print also, you get like that one line only. But if you want more smartly, so it's not like one line you want all the lines, right? So then like how you will do? Will you go to each of the line and check for this? So means like each of the line, you go inside and check for like, if it is present, then print that lines. If you do, or like again, you also write like a error log, file name, and so and so. This is also way. Or you can do much more smartly. Instead of doing like this, here you will get like one log file. That's it. If you want all the error logs, again, we need to do like this. You print it and you take it to a file and you get the content. That's how you do. All right. So that's what you need to do for each of the line. You also need to do a for loop here also for each of the line. So you cannot do. So what is the better solution, sir? So instead of you doing like this, so there is another option. Error logs is equal to same the above re dot instead of search, I will do a find all. If I do a same error and if I give the file content, same file content, which is the entire string, then I want to get the all results. I told right, find all will give you the all the results, which are it has a match. And if you don't have a match, it will give empty. If I execute right now, did you see? So wherever it got, so those things you got it. So means wherever this match is coming, I want to get everything right. It's not errors that I want. Now you see smartly I will do. This time if I say, hey, give me dot star, means before that also I'll get. You see, before that I got right, whichever content is there. And if I do the same thing, like after star also I want to get. If I do like a dot star, I get like everything again. You see? So I got all the things right. So in one line I have gone, instead of doing a for loop, getting all the content and doing, so I got the file content and passed like this. So in this example, if I want to get the error logs of an app, or so error logs of a particular app I want to get, means error log should be there, and after that it should be like app2. Only those things I want. In that case, what I need to do, if I have something like this, Before content also I can have a dot star, right? Dot star. And after this content also I can have a dot star. But in middle it should be like this, right? So now this is our pattern. If I do right now like this, I get like only the error logs of this pattern. If I take this one and if I pass, so you can notice that if I give like this, I can exactly get what I need. Did you see error log for app2 is only once? But in real time, so will you write like this white space every time? Because there can be one white space or any number of white space. So you do what? You do a slash presence of a white space plus, means any number of white spaces you can have, you get it. Now, did you all understand real-time examples? And similarly, so if you want to get like wherever there is a fail or failed, either things you want to get. In that case, what we need to do? I want to find like failed. See, generally when you are doing a logs, where you are interested, failed, broken, all those things you want, right? Say like, so problematic logs, something, problem logs. If I want to get re.findall of, I want to find wherever there is a fail, I want to get. So file of Kyle content, which are the string. So if I get like problem logs, I want to print it, problem logs. And right, before and after I can have a dot star. Before and after I can have a dot star. And also like, so if I give, I will get all the results wherever there is a file. So say like I can give like a failure logs. If I say like failure logs, you can notice that wherever failure logs, only one line is there. Maybe like if I am interested in multiple use cases, re.I so wherever it is going everywhere and checking. So capital F fail or small fail, everything it will go. What if there is one log where it is saying like instead of a fail, it is saying like something else. So for that it is saying like, like say app4 is there, or like say this one more time. So at the same time for app2, I got like instead of a fail, they will use say like, uh, uh, maybe like, um, uninstalled. So some bad words like, like fail, say like failure you have, failure of installation or something, like abstraction or something. If you have like more than one words, so instead of like, so unsuccessful attempt, say like for app4 you have unsuccessful. You have something like this. Unsuccessful means also like indirectly negative. Failure means also negative. If you want to get all those kinds of things, then what we can do? So either this fail or unsuccessful, both one we need to match. So whatever you have, you can say like this: unsuccess. Unsuccess, if I give, wherever unsuccessful is there, wherever this is there, all the things you are getting it. If I do like re.fail dot star, I want to match in all the lines. So what I'm getting? So either this one or that. So it means like if I do a brace, so I mean like I want to do like this, if I do, I get the entire log. Observe the difference. Earlier when I did, why I got like bins? Because when I did those braces, that's a difference. Hope it's clear now. So different kinds of logs and their analysis. Next, going further, again coming back to this regular expressions, IPMNOPQ, PQ, Q rejects us. Okay, similarly going further, in the next stage in these regular expressions, we can touch base on. Then the next things. So till now we have worked on only the ASCII values. Okay, 1 second. Yeah. So if I go further, there is one more thing called as saying one more flag. Till now we have seen only re.ignore case and others. You see in this example, /w you're saying A to Z, so capital A to Z, alphanumeric. And if I say fox and this is like a Greek. So if I do like this, now in this case, what will happen? If I say import re, and then if I do, it will try to get only the ASCII values. Did you see in both the cases, by default, see here, in the first case, it is doing both alphanumeric. In the second case, as you mentioned, only ASCII, I got like only ASCII. In the same fashion, if I do explicitly also, it will do. So there is a difference between /w and these alphanumerics. So by default, when you're doing, so it will do only this one. Whether you place re.flag A also or explicitly if you write, it will do. Because for non-English, you cannot write every language thing, right? So that's where you can go. Or if you know a particular language, you can give a try. So, and like if I give explicitly A to Z so and so, and I give some non-English characters. So as it is having nothing, it will be not show anything. It will show the result as like false. So like none will be the result. And if I say in the same example, if I try to get like re.I means ignore case. So ignoring the case if I ask, so I'm getting the result. So whenever you're working, so observe this. If I want to get like the two flags, then I can combine like this. Means ignore case also I want, only ASCII I want. So I'd like in that case I can give like this. If I combine both the flags together, I will get the combined result. It has, so both should, if I do both, means both should agree, not just one of them. It's not an OR operation, it's an AND operation. Similarly, if I go for like one more example, if I have if I want to give like hexadecimals to explain that, I will tell you. If I have FOX, 3 characters, and if I go to each of the characters position, so right, for every character, if you want gets its ASCII number, we need to go for ORD. You will get a number. So for that number, if you pass to hexadecimal, you will get its hexadecimal value. Hope you understood. So Fox means some 68 or 70 something it will come, right? For those numbers you have. Now, why I'm telling this means hexadecimal numbers, right? Say for you, these characters, which are you have, if I do like each character dot encode of Unicode space, you will get their corresponding values. See now, it is going for each of the character and it will give. You see, did you see each time it's giving a byte string? Byte string containing a Unicode character means this character is in fact in Python represented with this number. Each character is represented with these numbers. So for till now, ASCII values means what? So 0 to 9, so A to Z, so capital A to Z like that. The numbers are from like 0 to 128. So those you can understand. So the numbers are there. Over a period of time, like 200, 300, 500, 600. So big numbers are there, right? So not just hundreds, even thousands also there. So for that, for better representing, they write in a hexadecimal notation. A number can be written in different notations. Hexadecimal notation, binary notation. So all these notations we can have, right? That's what I'm trying to say. In the same fashion, even if I go for another pattern, which is Hebrew language. So for that language, those are like ASCII values are different. Like if I go further, now with this, if I go further, see here, instead of giving the values directly, like A to Z or so and so, even if you can give the hexadecimal notations also. So it means this ASCII, sorry, Unicode characters, if I give, So I have gone on internet and found like each character has its values, and I got like this. Within this limit, if I ask, I got like this answer. In the same fashion, so if I go for like one more, say if I go this time, see here, /w plus. For this W, I am giving like different characters. You know, these emojis and characters, even those are also one kind of characters. You do like I'm doing re.u means like Unicode characters. So for these Unicode characters also I'm giving. Hey, if there is a match, give me the answer. You see now, there is a match. But so if I do directly dot group, I'll get the answer. So if I do like this, I get the answer like this. Okay. But if you want like individual characters, you can do dot encode. If I do dot encode of UT8, you get the /x. Now you are seeing like there will be /u characters means like /Unicode characters. If I say /x means hexadecimal notations. So instead of representing a number like in a numeric decimal format, there are different ways you can represent. But at the same time, if I do the same example, /wx without this re.w flag, and if I ask, hey, what is the x2 containing? So x2 is containing like, say, so 0 to 4. And if I ask like dot group of so and so, means the same example. So instead of x1, I can do for x2. So what I can do, if x2 is there, then in that case, I want to get the x2 dot so and so. You got the match in this way also. So the same thing in Python 2, it doesn't work like that. In Python 2, default encoding is not UTF-8. It is ASCII. Whereas in Python 3, by default, it is UTF-8. That's why whether you place that Unicode character or not, it will handle it. So that's how it works, right? And similarly, if I do like one more example, this time say I have some examples. See here, I have a dictionary containing hand1, handy2, handful something. So something like this. For every characters are there, like if I do re.escape, this is very interesting. re.escape means whenever you are working individual characters, there can be regular expression patterns also, right? Did you see we have like, so, cap. And similarly, we can have a plus symbol. So similarly, we can have a, dot character. So similarly, we can have, give me one more example. Maybe like you have a dollar or some things. If I execute right now, did you see? Wherever you have a regular expression patterns, those were like escaped, right? Just tell you like in a dictionary I took, like just for you to understand. Even if I can I'll take a list also, the same thing works. Hope it's clear. Next, similarly, working on these things, there is one more module like this called as regx. So there is one more module called as regx, which is seldom used, but like this is also another module. By default, you don't get this module. First, we need to install it. So pip install regx. So regx. So hyphen user. If I do right now, it will try to install first, and we can work on it. This is another module. But like most of the time, people work with RE module only. This is seldom used, but still, as you want to know, there were some interesting patterns with this module. So that's what I want to show. So they came up with some interesting ideas, these modules. What they told is that, okay, if you want to work on these REG expressions, they came up with like /p and /p. Means like these are Perl compatible regular expressions. In Perl language, they're like very crazy things are there. For doing the regular expression matches, they came up with something very interesting. /p means presence of, /P absence of. This one you know till now. And if I say /L means Latin, Greek means L or Latin, G or Greek, like that we can write. So within the flower braces, I'm doing within the flower brace, I wrote word. Within the flower brace, I told Latin word. After that, plus means one or more characters, like that. So now you see each of them individually, you will understand. If I say the first one, did you see? You got Latin words. So like specifically, find them. Even that, like, this one also came. So your words. So similarly, if I say Greek, I want. So Greek means only the Greek language will come. Latin includes even English also. If you know how the languages works in European, first
Sir,
all the languages are Latin languages. In
could
that,
you, sir, execute the second line separately?
could you
Because I
use?
saw, yeah, execute. That means the first line I saw that presence of, second absence of.
No,
So
no, no,
if you,
no. I didn't
hmm,
do the. Okay, I will do. I will do. I will show you.
yeah,
So you
just
want to check the absence of? Yeah, I will do. I
yes,
will.
separately. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Absence of means it will take the other part. That's it. But for you to understand, Latin means it includes all of them. So only the Latin characters. That way, you see, colon is not there, right? Colon, semicolon. So those that didn't come. Only the words came, alphanumeric. And similarly, in this, if you are asking this one, you got it. Maybe for these two examples, let me try. You want to see like, absence of this. So let me take this example here. So instead of a small p, if I say capital P in this reg so and so, did you see what you got? Absence of this one, you got it. In the same fashion, here you take this example. If I do like capital P, means absence of this one, capital P. Did you see now what you got? Absence of Greek characters means it can be like alphanumeric or like a dot or anything. Did you sir? So they made like many things much more easy rather than you complicating the things. So all at the same time, they work on whatever the existing RE module is working, those also will work. If it was a existing RE module, so in that also, if I want to match for a word, we know till now /w, right? /w plus. Similarly, we can go like this. What is saying? So future warning, so possible next time. So you don't have like this, you cannot work on it. So, and similarly, if I do the same thing with a RE dot like this, did you understand? We don't have this kind of pattern in ordinary RE module, whereas they introduced this kind of new patterns. If you want to find for a word, write WORD. So instead of writing like symbols, they made things easy for. And if you write like, I want, so we can combine. Did you see? For the regular expression, REG module, second module, I added our existing flag. So at same time, they also have all the flags like us. So both the flags we can add. We can combine both of them together also. We can get it. At the same time, if you want to get the digits, you have /D. They have like this. Within columns, you write like digit. They made things very easy for themselves. And if you want to find like alphanumeric, instead of writing a symbols, you can write like more. So this is one way, like if you want like word and a space, instead of you relying on a /W/P, you can write explicitly. So even people who don't know these regular expressions also, they can understand, right? And similarly, if you want to find something like, say, you want to find a space and it should be at the starting. So it means like, see here, you got all the things. So space and this one. So something should be there and the space. So like that, you got like teapot, sit lane, so and so. In middle, there is no space. So if like that you want, so you got it. And similarly, if you want to get the punctuations, so you can specify like punch. So they came up like very things which are like this. And if you want to do this kind of things, you explicitly write your own things, right? So they rate like very things. So these are like regular expression, Perl compatible. So question mark and all these things. And similarly, if you want to work in our regular expressions, we need to do all the things on our work. And also like next I will tell you one more thing. Yeah. So coming back to the next thing. So again, coming to the Perl compatible regular expressions, which I'm telling right now, these are all in fact kind of partially. But if I want to focus more on this Perl compatible regular expressions, you can see. So Python by default has Perl compatible regular expressions, CRE we say. What is this and what they will do? Till now we know, right? So re.search means what? If I give like /d star, means like presence of a word, any number of characters after it, then followed by white space. You instead of slashes, you wrote a white space individually. So I told if I do dot group or dot groups of 0, you will get the same. And I told like groups in will, if you write like explicitly, so group indexes, you will get like 0, first one and second one. Okay. Next, if I go further, and if I say like if I want both the groups, there is some option I told dot groups, right? Now we understood. And did you see, in this case, we have two values. What if you have 3 values, 5 values? You need to recognize individually. So you can understand that 0th value is this thing, first value is like that. But you don't know which one came for which one, right? Maybe like user has a first name and second name, but you got like this. Some people write like first name followed by last name. Some people write last name followed by first name. Then which one is first name and which one is last name? You cannot individually recognize. If you want to recognize that, we need to go for Perl compatible regular expressions. So Perl compatible regular expression means any pattern which is starting like this. So we will have the braces, same like in the grouping. Within that we have a question mark. And after that there will be a P. So this P means like just like Perl compatible to say. It's not like previous one, presence or absence, because that is a different module. So in the again ours, you have like P means Perl compatible. So and after that you write like whatever you want. These are like typical Perl compatible regular expressions. One such pattern is like this. You write Perl compatible and you give a label for this pattern. Means the same like what you have till now. And if I do like this thing, you see, if I do something like this, you see what I did? Search of the same thing I did like a first and the same pattern I gave. Instead of W, I did a plus. That's it. You see now, I got some values. And you know, in search, whenever you got the values, you can do a dot group. If I do dot group, so I can get the results. You can understand that. So I got the group, which is saying like the entire thing. Groups. So group 1, group 2, all those things you understood. If I say like a groups individually, I get like the entire groups. Even in this case also, it is working like the previous. But at the same time, so if you want to access individual values, how you do? I told you can say like a group of 0 and a group of 1, right? If I say group of 0 and a group of 1, like this you can do, right? So if I say group of 0, I'll get only the 0th value. Group of 1 means first value, like that. But if I do, there is one more thing. So if I say like a group of, instead of group of 0, which are is the first group? First is the first group. So I can give like this. As I got a label for this group, I can ask first. So it can be like this. So similarly, if I want to get the second group, so I can do the same thing. And if I do like this, the first one, so I can add a print around it so that you can understand. And in the same relation, if I want to get, instead of that, I can give like a last. I go here and I give a last. You see now, both are working perfectly. So, and one more interesting thing, if I do like a groups, what will happen if I do a groups? If I do like a groups, I will get both the groups like a tuple, right? So if I say instead of values, if I say groups, I will get like ordinary values like this. In the same fashion, if I do the same thing with a regular expressions in this way, there is one more thing called as a group dict. If I do a group dict, see here we got like a tuple. So there the answer will be like this thing. 1 second. Okay. Okay, see here. So you got groups means you got it. Similarly, you can have something called as group dict. If I do a group dict, I will get a dictionary of the results. Now, don't you think in real world, when you get a patterns, we can analyze these flags and use for our purposes? So fine, it's good, right? Next, so like this we can get. And one last thing, so about the flags. Now we have seen a couple of flags. re.i I showed, re.s I showed, re.i I showed, right? re.a I showed, means ASCII, re.u I showed, Unicode. Similarly, re.s is there, dot all. So what is this purpose? This is another new flag that you are seeing for the first time. Say I have one string like this. So if I root slash n explicitly, or if I do in a new line also, I have slash n, right? I'm showing here such that you will understand. So whenever I have printing like string, you understand, right? Whenever slash n is there, it will show the things in multiple lines. If I just print, it will not show its importance. If I do a print, you know the importance, right? When things are in multiple lines, every line will have a slash n. So now what will happen, sir, if you have a slash n? So dot means what? You can match any character, right? If I say dot star, any character, zero or any number of times. But if I execute this, I will get what? So I got individual words like this. And similarly, if I do the same thing with a re.search, then what will happen? If I do re.search, what will happen? It will find the first occurrence only, right? The first occurrence means you got only one. So if you say like dot group, you see, you got only one match. It will go till the slash n. And if I do re.findall, you got like individual words, everything, right? But you are not getting more than one word at one shot. Now, so what is this I want to do? For that, I want to add one more flag. In the same example, I am adding like re.all. Dot all means, you see now what will happen. It is trying to match the including slash n. Apart from this, did you see? The entire thing will be matched. The same thing you can also write with like instead of a dot all, we can also write like a re.yes. Yes means also like a dot all. They created like different flags. There is a short form or a long form. You can use both of them. And similarly, I told like for the same find all we have, right? The same find all if I do right now. The same thing with a flag. re.s if I do capital S or like dot all. If I do, did you see? Instead of getting the entire result in multiple list of strings, you get the entire thing in a single thing. So that is how like this one works. So again, coming back to this previous example where you understood. Now, if I want to go for a different flag, okay, say like I am telling now that, hey, try to get. So today is Friday, tomorrow is morning. I told like, I want to match all, slash and means everything, but it should start with a today. So means like in the entire flag, I want to get all the lines which have like today. So it is starting with. So I got it. And similarly, if I say that, if I want to get like multiple things, say that I want to get the same today, I wrote like, hey, I want to get, say, capital instead of small t, I give. Hey, I'm getting. What is saying? Hey, you try to ask something which is not present. You don't have a value. If I execute, it will say that you got none because there is no match. Reason being, today is a capital letter, right? T is a capital. Now, in this example, what I can do, if I want to get both the things, I want to get multiple lines. At the same time, I want to get like re.i. re.i, ignore case. Both the things I want. If I do dot group, you can notice that it is getting all the values. And so like that, if you want to apply multiple flags, this is how you do. What happened here? Yeah, so it's a typo. Dot group. Yes. If I apply, no, it will work. So like this, we can apply multiple flags and get the results. So in the same fashion, again, so there is one more thing called as a pattern repetition. Pattern repetition means if there is a pattern, if you want to find like number of occurrences, so there it will be really helpful. Say if I go for one example, this example I want to show, very interesting. Say first there should be A followed by B any number of times. Till now you know dot, star and others, right? So for the first time you are using this. So if I say like, if I say till now AB, if I say AB means like only AB if it are present it will come. And in the same time you know AB dot. AB dot means after AB should be there and there will be one more character after that. Even AB white space also is coming. And if I say like AB dot star, that's what you know, right? AB dot star dot hash and others. Say dot star. You got what? The entire result in a single one you got. These are like greedy patterns. And if you know, like if I say dot plus, this is also a greedy pattern. That's one you understood. So, and it will give the entire thing in a single one only instead of doing further. Sorry, instead of, okay, dots
Dot
plus.
star. Yeah.
Yeah, dot plus I want to do. Yeah. So this is also understood. I think it's becoming very slow. I don't know why. It is something to do with my system, not regular expressions. So you got the result. So similarly, you know this one also. And if you want to make it non-greedy, I told like after a dot star or dot plus, you write a question mark. Then it will automatically become like non-greedy. In the same fashion here also, for dot star also, you write a plus a question mark afterwards. It will become non-greedy. Means first match or like not. But sir, these are good. Match any number of occurrences. But what if you want to match for a specific number of occurrences? That is where we need to go for this one. Like braces. If I say like 0 times, means after this, the value, the result should be like 0 times. So means like A should be there. After A, B should come 0 times. So all the matches of A and B 0 times. Hope you understood? So similarly, if I say B should occur like 1 time. So B, how many times it is checking? So you should have like B only 1 time. Means every time it will check for A followed by B 1 time. If I say like B 2 times, after A it will check for A, B should be like 2 times. And if I say like, if I say after this it should have like this, okay, you will get like this. If I say 5, means after A, the B should come like 5 times. And not only that 5 times or 2 times, what if you want to give some range? And within that, if I say like 2 comma 5, it's not colon, okay? Now we are accustomed to this value syntax of colon, but 2 comma 5 I give, minimum 2, maximum 5. Means 2, 3, 4, 5, anything it can get. So like that we can specify. So let me give you one more real-time example. So if I
Yeah.
have like, yes, please.
Sorry. Yeah. How it is possible like this?
How it's
Like
possible?
yeah. So like AB 2, right? So
Yes.
if it is not uh in the string like AB line number 69 for an example,
Mhm.
like AB ABB like this, right?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. A is there. In this, how many times B is there after A? 0 times. That's why
Yes.
it's not coming. Here after A, B is coming how many times? 1 time. So it's not coming. Here after A, B is coming 2 times. Here
Okay.
after B, A, B is coming 3 times. So here 5 times. Here 7 times or something. But it's taking only 5. Not less, not greater. It is taking what is adding, what needed, that much only.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Clear?
So like that. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So one more real-time example is like email ID validations. This is one of the valid things. If I say I have some string containing multiple email IDs, so you see here, valid email IDs means Python @ program.so. At the same time, like foo @ demo.net. This is also an email ID. So bar.bar. This is also valid email ID. So, and like you should have, this is entirely one valid email ID. This is another. And here harini_new @in.com. That is also one valid email. This is also one valid email. So like that, when you're a data engineer, you will get content like this. So in this, if you want to find something, then how? If I print that email ID also, so you get it. email_IDs. If I execute, this is a complete text. It's a string. You got it. But in this, if you want to find, so you need to go for re.findall. So re.findall, when I'm writing, I will explain you very clearly. You'll understand. So re.findall you do. So what is the pattern you want to do, and what is the such string you want to do? So though it is email ID string, so I wrote like this. What I want to find. Generally, before also you will have alphanumeric, after that also you'll have alphanumeric, right? So then what I will do, okay, I will take some pattern, say A to Z at the rate of symbol will be there, damn sure. And after that also there will be A to Z. And after that there will be, so let's say if I do like this. Now, did you see what will happen? You got all the results like this. Hope it's clear. And before also there can be more than one word, and after also there can be more than one word. If I do a plus, you see before the rate also, if there are words, you see you are getting. And after also you can have a plus. If I do right now, you got results. And now you understood @gmail.com, @yahoo.com, like that. So if I have a dot right now, then you see what will happen. Instead of a programming dot, you got Gmail dot, you got, and you want dot as a character. So it's not a regular expression, right? Regular expression dot means any character. You want like an ordinary character it should recognize. So you wrote like this. Now it matched. And after that also you can have a to Z. You wrote like this now. So @gmail.com means like more than one words, right? So I do a plus. Now did you understand? I am not doing star. Star means 0 times also it should do. But I am not interested in star. I am interested in this one only. Hope you can understand and recognize. Now, going further, if I find what else I can do, in the numbers names also we can have Harini underscore is there, right? I should match that. So then I can do what? Underscore if I give. Did you see now? Harini underscore new @ this is coming valid. At the same time, some people will have numbers also, right, within their thing. So means alphanumeric also it should match. Of course, capital A to Z, small a to Z. Of course, email ID is not case insensitive, but when they are writing, they can write, right? So we should write even capital A to capital Z. So similarly here also capital A to capital Z. A to capital Z. So in the .com also, whenever they are root doing, so capital A to capital Z. So instead of you doing everything like capital A to capital Z, capital A to capital Z like that, you can do here, right? re.one flag, and as I ignore case. If I do, that's it. If there is anything else, it will come. But if you want to handle numbers, so that we need to do like this. If I do now, like the numbers, say 0 to 9. So in the .com .so and so there won't be 0 to 9. So you get like this. And if you want to have a dot characters also, sometimes people will have a dot within their things. Mubin dot Tom @ so and so. So that also we need to match. So we can do. So we get like Mubin.tom also we got right now. It's a new thing. And similarly here also, if you want to have a dot or an underscore, you can do dot and an underscore. You can do handle it. So and like this we don't. Okay. We understood the real-time examples, how things are working. Now, in the same fashion, you take some random assignment to get the valid phone numbers. So try to get somewhere some random phone numbers, and you give like different file formats. So Indian, US, so all these kinds of formats, and try to do how to get these things. And at the same time, so one more example I want to show is that now you're doing a pattern match. Similarly, based upon a pattern, if you want to get something, you want to split it. So that's where re.split comes. Say I want to I have a IP address. I want to get each of the things. If I want to split by a dot, you know, right? If I do an ordinary dot, it will try to think like every character and split. So rather, if I do like this, so it will split by the dot character. So similarly, if I do like a dot slash also, I can do, right? So instead of like this also, slash dot, both will do the same thing. So till now you are matching a pattern. Now we are doing a splitting by the pattern. If I found something based upon that, I want to split. Say in the same examples I am taking. In this ignore case, in the email IDs, I want to do, instead of a find all, I want to split. Split email IDs based upon this. Again, here also ignore case and everything we can do. Did you see now you got a results wherever there were no these email IDs which didn't form. So like this, it finds you got the results wherever it didn't form. And also maybe my pattern which I wrote for the regular email IDs may not be perfect for all the cases. So whenever you have more test data, you can handle better things. And in the same fashion, and one more like this split, we can also do something else. Like if I do a compile, hope you remember earlier I told this concept of compiling. If you have like multiple things, so specifically, I can do like this. If I do this pattern, and if I ask, hey, what is this pattern? I'm compiling. I told compile we can use when you have multiple actions on the same thing. So from this, instead of directly doing, I can do like this. Instead of re.match, I can do a compile and do. See, if I want, I know when not to match either a blue or a white or a red. Match means it tries to find at the starting only. At the starting, there is only blue. Either of these things is there, I want to get. Similarly, if I want to do like a re.search, wherever it is, it will get it. But only first occurrence. But if I do re.findall, it will match all of them. So like these findings, I can also do something called a substitute. So substitute means wherever you have a color, substitute with this one. Means the pattern is what? So blue, white, and red. If there were any of these things, replace, substitute with this color. That's what you're trying to